Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, or welcome if you haven't been here before. This is a pretty special video because it features my recent trip I took to Vermont with my best friend over Thanksgiving. I'm going to talk a little bit more later in the video about why taking a trip for the holidays ended up being a super great decision. The holidays are definitely a difficult time for me, and I think they are in some way for everyone. So if you want to hear a little bit more about that and how I've kind of tried to manage that as an adult, definitely do stick around for the second half of the video. I'm going to sit down and chat about that. But this is just some of the stuff we were doing. You saw our really cute Airbnb in the beginning, some of the city we were staying in, and it was right on a lake with some really beautiful mountains and trees, and it was just a very nice time.
Is it a video?
The video.
That's pretty good, right?
Oh, that old man planted these grapes.
It's really cool.
Meet me on the street lights. Meet me where the lights fade out. Tell me what it feels like. Tell me what you're thinking about.
On Thanksgiving Day, we just made a nice meal at home. We also visited a winery the day before. And it was just really good to spend some quality time with my best friend for 5 consecutive days, because we never get to do that anymore. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy seeing some of my trip, and I hope that you'll stick around for the rest of the video as well, and I will see you throughout.
Leaves me here with nothing. Empty hands and full of doubt. But I hate you. Tell me it's the only thing you
Okay, you put the fork in it gently. I'm aesthetically wait. Okay. That was pretty good. That looked really good. Thank you. You're welcome. So this is just a wreath that I got from my grandmother's garage. And it works. Alright, hello. I'm just going to try to sort out something with this garland that I made last year, which the juniper berry little branches are just super dried out, so I might just take them off. I was going to try to put new on here, but I'm realizing that the stuff I have is really dry as well, so I haven't had time to go out and collect more before this, so it might just be pine cones and that's it. But I promise in the end it actually looks really cute. I did want to talk really quickly about how the holidays feel different as you grow up, just for my own sake and anybody who might experienced something similar, because I think most people experience some kind of difficulty around the holidays, whether it's dealing with familial struggles, setting boundaries with family, family that you don't always get along with, maybe you don't have any family, maybe you've lost somebody, and the holidays just really put a magnifying glass on that loss. That is super true for me, and where most of my struggles come from with the holidays. But yeah, just want to chat about it. And if it's something you can relate to, that's great. If not, feel free to just click off the video now. And also, if you're a person that experiences a ton of joy around the holidays and it's your favorite time of year, then that's amazing. I'm very happy for you, and I hope it stays that way forever. But basically, as you saw, I took a trip with Rebecca, my best friend, for Thanksgiving, and that was super nice because she and her family don't have super strong traditions around Thanksgiving. As I've kind of alluded to, the holidays are just a bit of a challenging time for me generally, so taking a trip was really nice. It just took the pressure off of all of it, while also giving me kind of a sense of security, knowing I was not going to be alone and I was going to have something to do. But yeah, anyway, for me, the holidays are such a struggle because, of course, there's that general sense of like, as you get older, they just start to lose their magic a little bit, which is kind of just an inherent part of growing up. It's inevitable. And of course, we should all practice ways to kind of maintain our joy around it and, you know, nurture our inner child, or however you want to say it. But like, for me, you know, of course, I underwent that general sort of just like growing up and experiencing those changes like everyone. But also, since my brother died a few years ago, it's just a time of year where I feel his loss so immensely. And of course, if you lost somebody, I'm sure you've experienced this, just knowing that time of year when you would usually get to spend that special time with them. And for me and my brother, it was a time when we like were actually able to be siblings again. Just knowing that, you know, they're not going to be there, and for every holiday for the rest of your life, they're not going to be there. And that for me really causes that grief to reawaken, and usually can send me into a depressive episode around the holidays. For me, I usually just am very indifferent. I don't even want to acknowledge that it's a special day. I just want to carry on as normal. Or, like I said, I'm just experiencing such difficult emotions that like I have no desire to participate in anything, and I kind of just find myself wanting to be alone, and that has been pretty true since he died. And so this year, going on a trip for Thanksgiving, that was a nice alternative. And so if you're a person who has lost somebody and you experience that in holidays, I understand, and I know it's really difficult. I don't necessarily have the greatest advice when it comes to these things. It's still something that like I'm trying to figure out myself, because I do want to experience joy around the holidays again, and I do want to be able to function and be present for people who want me to be present, like my mom, for example. But when you have that overwhelming urge to just be alone, something that has helped me is the first thing I had to do, and you know I still am practicing at, is just removing the shame surrounding that alternative way of spending your time on the holidays. Understanding that like, yes, if genuinely today the best thing for me is to be alone, then that is all right. And you know, however that represents itself for you, like if it's, you know, you have to set strict boundaries with your family about conversations you have or things that are brought up or how long you're there or whatever it may be. Like, not removing the shame from those alternative ways of spending your time. Another thing that helps me to, you know, kind of put a little bit of festivity into things is doing tiny things around my apartment, things that don't overwhelm me, that I'm not putting a lot of pressure around how it looks or how fancy it is. Just doing little crafts and stuff that I actually enjoy as a way to try and enjoy myself again has been nice as well. And I live in a really small space, so as you see, I just do a few little things here and there. And also, you know, I do try to remain positive and recognize that I'm not always going to feel this way. Like, I kind of have the hope that it kind of moves on a bell curve, and like right now I'm at the top of where everything just feels kind of like really sad and shitty, and then eventually that shittiness will taper off and I'll experience joy again to some level, especially someday when I'm married and I have children, a family of my own, which is something that I want in my future, and I absolutely want to be able to make my own traditions and cultivate that joy within that again someday. So I just try to remain positive and understand that like grief is a really long journey and it's not always going to feel this way, and it will fluctuate throughout life. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but maybe if you do or it can resonate with you somehow. I was also in a relationship for a while that this person, for whatever reason, for many reasons, for, you know, reasons I try to have empathy for and understanding about, this person felt some level of shame around bringing me around their family. And ultimately, when I was in this relationship, you know, we didn't spend holidays together, which is what it is. But I just remember like trying to tell myself that was normal, even though like the kind of relationship I always wanted was one where we did those things together and we were kind of intermeshed with each other's families, and we were able to approach those things as a unit. That's always been something I've wanted in a relationship, and I think that kind of also exacerbated my feelings of shame around the holidays, because I remember spending holidays apart from them and really just having a lot of thoughts of like, damn, like I just miss them. They're the only person I want to be with right now, and we're not spending this together. And it really made me feel, it was really hurtful, and it made me feel really sad, and it made me feel lower self-esteem within myself, basically. Just wondering like why, and looking back on that now, I feel really sad for that girl that accepted that as being normal, or just kind of accepted that it was normal for her to receive less than she deserved surrounding those things, and not recognizing that like it shouldn't have been that way, at least not in the way that it was for us at that time. And so now I'm kind of trying to let go of some of the pain that still remains from that, and welcome new dynamics into my life where that isn't going to be the case anymore. But yeah, I guess I just say that because like if that's something that you're struggling with in some manifestation, I just hope that you know that you deserve to be included and welcomed, and I hope that those things are easier for you than they are hard and painful. So I don't know who that may resonate with, but anyway, yeah, I hope that everyone is able to experience a peaceful holiday, whatever you're celebrating. And maybe me talking about this, you hearing this in some small way can offer you a little reassurance. But that's all I have to say, I think. I am gonna try to hang this up without doing anything more to it and see how it looks.
Tell me it's the only thing you know. Driving down the highway, moving slow. Tell me it's the only thing you know. Tell me it's the only thing you know.